Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Movie Madness. As I explained to you in the last video, if you haven't seen it, it's basically a new show that I'm going to be doing, which I break down a movie that I really like or enjoy and or want to talk about, and I'll break it down to basically what I thought about when I first seen it, or what I can remember from when I seen it, or where I first seen it if I can, and my thoughts and feelings and a wee bit about it. So it's not really a review as such, so like I say, if one of these videos, if you're looking for a review, this is the wrong video for you, because I'm not really going to review it. I'm just going to basically break it down and talk a wee bit about it and give you my thoughts and feelings about it, really. So yes, this video we will be talking about The Blues Brothers, one of my all-time favourite movies of all time as well. Why The Blues Brothers? It's got a lot in it. It's got car chases, it's got music, it's got everything. Two good characters that you like to follow. The first Blues Brothers, obviously 1980. Do you know what I mean? Got some great cast in that film. Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Carrie Fisher. You know, the names go on. It's definitely worth watching. If you have not seen it, please check it out. I mean, I'm not a big musical fan. There's only a certain amount of movies that I can tolerate that are musicals that I really do enjoy. Blues Brothers is definitely one of them. It's almost one of these ones that's like, even John Landers, the director, he actually even says that he doesn't even find it like he doesn't even think it's a musical, because it's not one of these ones. It's, you know, it's basically, it's just sinks into the film, because it's not. I mean, they're really just a music band, and they're getting out of jail. One of them's getting out of jail. One of the brothers is getting out of jail. Jake, which is played by John Belushi, and one of them's getting out of jail, and his brother Elwood, played by Dan Aykroyd, is waiting to meet him. And once he gets him, you know, Jake's basically like, let's get the band back together, try and get back together, because he's been locked away for 5 years. I think it was supposed to be 10. He's been locked away for 5 years. So that's him just is getting out, and they want to get the band back together in some kind of motion, but they're really, it's good because like they're bad guys, but at the same time, you know, they're not bad or mortally spiritually evil. They're just bad in terms of the law, and they need to stay straight, and to do so, as one of them, as basically the other one's coming out of jail, Elwood takes them to a nun called the Penguin, and they basically believe that they're on a mission from God to get the band back together, to try and raise money for the church place that's going to be getting shut down if they don't raise up a lot of money. So they reckon that they can get the money back together to save for the Penguin. But doing all that, within all that, they get caught in like police chases and, you know, you name it, ripping off places because saying that they're a band and they're not a band, and going into play in some gig till the other band arrives, basically, and just to try and get as much money as they can, because they have no really like a proper place planned yet. So try and get everybody back together, and the music's great. I mean, the music's almost like, you know, when you feel like it's in a musical you're in, because they're a band, they're part of a band. But, you know, it's one of these ones I can remember as well when I first seen this one. Well, can't remember when, but I can remember roughly the year. I think it was like 2000, the year 2000, maybe 2001. The reason being that it was another film that I came off of with, I'd seen John Belushi in. It wasn't this film. I'd seen John Belushi in another film, and then I'd seen, the two of them did this, and him and Dan Aykroyd did this, and I kind of followed it that way. But Blues Brothers was definitely the second film I'd seen the two of them together, and I fell in love with it. I thought the music was great. Even, I mean, sometimes the acting in it's quite cheesy, but they're great. They're great together. Now the terrible sequel that followed in 2000, or even 1998, the Blues Brothers 2000, should I say, was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. I don't even want to talk about that terrible sequel. But because I'm talking about Blues Brothers, I thought I'd drop that in. There was a sequel. Dreadful. and I've seen it once and I never want to see it again. That's half an hour I'll never get back, or not even half, an hour and a half or whatever the film was, 2 hours I'll never get back in my life again. It was just that awful. And it doesn't even have John Belushi in it, and the list goes on, and goodness knows what drugs Dan Aykroyd was taking for that film. But it goes on and on. But definitely, I mean, Blues Brothers is great. If you haven't seen it, guys, I recommend you go check it out. This is before Dan Aykroyd did Ghostbusters. So you get Dan Aykroyd in his younger years before Ghostbusters. I know he was still young when he did Ghostbusters, but I mean, early years. And I think a little movie fact to this movie that I know, I found out through an interview with Dan Aykroyd, was basically that he was actually dating Carrie Fisher while they were doing this movie. That's why she's in that movie, and she would be obviously doing Empire Strikes Back at the same time of that. So that's a little movie fact that Dan Aykroyd said, that, you know, Carrie Fisher was definitely, well, they were going to get married, and this is well before, like, he met, I think it was Donna Dixon. Is it Donna Dixon? I think her name is, the wife that he's got now, which I think he did. What was it? Dr. Detroit, 1982, about that, 1983, just after John Belushi had died. I'd say about 1982. So it definitely, I mean, it's their, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, I would say it's their second film together, third film together, second film, because they did a film called 1941, which I will get into at some point, which is another great film. But it is definitely their second last movie together, and they were pals. And I mean, that film just shows off in that film, and anything they really do together, but especially that movie. And of course, Blues Brothers has a little bit of Saturday Night Live history, in case you don't know where it came from. It came from Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, you know, messing about in Saturday Night Live, and somebody called them, "Oh yeah, why don't you call yourselves the Blues Brothers?" And, you know, put a wee band back together, basically for a laugh, and it turned out to be really, really good. But the movie's great. I wouldn't pass on it. I mean, it's one of my favourites. And if it's one of your favourites, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm always glad to hear. I really, really like to hear what you guys have to say about any film. But definitely Blues Brothers is the one to check out. I can't really think of anything else to say about it without giving too much of the movie away. It's a classic. It definitely is. It's one close to my heart, and it always will be. I'm always dying to, like, show anybody that hasn't seen it the film. I don't know if many of my pals have seen it. I think I've seen some people showed some of my pals it, but if you haven't seen it, you know, it definitely is really, really, really good. Definitely on my top list of my favourites. I've even got, like, poster memorabilia of it lying about the house. You've probably seen in the other videos, I do have posters, I do have figures and stuff like that of the film. So when you see something like that in the house, you know it really means something to me. Or in one of my videos, it really means something to me. In terms of, you know, what Dan Aykroyd does today with Blues Brothers, I can probably tell you, you may not know, he has got, like, the House of Blues scattered all over the place, like in America, and I think there's one in England. I think there's one in London. Doesn't have one in Scotland up here or anything like that, but he does have them some scattered all over the States and stuff like that, in certain big places. I'm sure if you Google House of Blues, that's what Dan Aykroyd's like, sort of keeping the legacy of John Belushi's alive by doing that. And I mean, John Belushi, another great actor, one of my favourite actors. He became one of my favourite actors not only through the Blues Brothers, but through another film that I watched, that I will at some point talk about when I talk about that film. But this film as well, I mean, he really, really shines in it, and he's really, really good. A good actor, a good comedian, and I think he's done something like 8 movies, and we're still talking about him today. I mean, that's how good he is. I mean, it's like any old actor, like James Dean. They've done something like 3 movies, and he's always remembered. So it's the same with John Belushi. I mean, he did something very little, a lot of Saturday Night Live stuff, and of course, then a few movies, and that was it for him. But you know, if you haven't had a chance to check out Blues Brothers, I recommend it. You should really go and check it out. So that's really all I can say for this video, guys. I really thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll try and catch you in the next movie video. So I hope you're enjoying this. This is my second Movie Madness video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye.